Who is Marie Gluesenkamp Perez?
I'm Marie Gluesenkamp Perez. I am a rural mom of a toddler. I own an auto repair and a machine shop with my husband. I live in a rural community, and I am currently representing Southwest Washington in Congress.
Why are you running for Congress?
Well, I believe that for representative democracy to work, you've got to have people from the middle to do it. And I had a pretty dangerous opponent come and didn't, he did not respect or represent the values of my community. Wanted to ban all abortion nationally with no exceptions. He wanted to actually ban all immigration for 20 years to reestablish a white majority. Things that were completely out of line with the values of my community. And I know that our democracy needs a strong middle class, and fighting for that has been a real honor for me.
What would you say your qualifications for the job are?
Well, if you listen to a lot of the, DC insiders, like they want somebody that's got a trust fund and a law degree and lives near an airport, no kids, no outside commitments. And I am none of those things. I believe that to be a good representative, you need to be loyal to your community. You need to know your community. My great-grandparents are buried in the district. My family's been here for 5 generations. And it is an honor for me to fight for the place that my husband and I built a home in, that we have, this is where I want to be buried. And loyalty to place and to community, I think, is one of the most important things. And that perspective is missing. As a small business owner who's worked in the trades my whole professional career, it's important to me that we have a level playing field for all businesses. I know that the federal government does not make jobs. The role of the federal government should be to support a level playing field and families who are trying to buy a house. Those are the things that matter to me and to my community.
What do you see as the number one job for the next member of the House elected from your district?
Economy. I mean, I hear all the time from people who are worried about gas prices. My husband and I built our house because banks don't like loaning to small businesses. So when I think about housing abundance, when I think about creating generational wealth, when I think about how we can bend the federal government to understand our issues, that is really important to me. This election is also undoubtedly about choice. Are women able to see doctors for what they want when they want, or are you going to let a staffer in D.C. determine your access to care? Those are the things that I think are occupying a lot of the interest of my community.
Will you make bipartisanship a priority? Why or why not?
No political party has a monopoly on the truth. Truth is not a left versus right dichotomy, right? It's not that spectrum. Truth is in nuance. And so I've worked hard across the aisle to find ways to be agreeable and to agree with people. In my time in D.C., I've seen that it's been basically engineered to separate Democrats and Republicans, and I think that's a huge mistake. So I've spent time trying to go to the gym and build bipartisan relationships. I'm the only Democrat that goes to a Republican Bible study. And, a lot of my co-sponsors and co-leads on legislation have come out of that work. We can't afford to be in a silo and do the urgent work of building our country and building our middle class again.
Should the United States put more strict conditions on its support for Israel or how Israel uses U.S. weapons? Why or why not?
The fastest way for Hamas to end this war is to release the hostages. After 9/11, Israel stood with America, and global security requires that we have strong international relationships and alliances, and we will lose that if we walk away from our allies. It is in our national interest and in the interest of liberal democracy in the Middle East to support Israel. They are the only democratically elected government in the Middle East. And thinking about the durable necessity of peace there, Israel is our ally in that work.
What should Congress do to discourage illegal immigration and encourage legal immigration?
It is pivotal that we have operational control of the southern border. I have been on the front edge of fighting with this administration to enforce our laws and exercise his authority to defund the cartels that seem to be running a lot of human trafficking. And so fully funding our Border Patrol is non-negotiable.
Why should people who live in Washington vote for you?
Well, I am the only candidate that is going to represent the interests of our community and fight for a solution to the issues we're facing. I'm not here to be a hack for a political party. It's been the honor of a lifetime to fight for Southwest Washington and bring back our federal tax dollars to invest in infrastructure, to invest in the systems that support small businesses, our roads, our bridges, our ports, clean water, the nuts and bolts of good governance, not a political agenda taken off of, people on Twitter, but the interests of people at the grocery stores I go to and at our daycare. I mean, these are the issues that are facing Southwest Washington, and a lot of politics has been hijacked by hyper-partisanship, and I refuse to play that game. My loyalty is to Southwest Washington.
I'm K2 Steve Dunn. For more content like this video and click to subscribe to K2's YouTube channel. And for more in-depth conversations with the candidates, watch Your Voice, Your Vote, Sundays at 9 a.m. For continuing coverage of the 2024 election and beyond, visit KATU.com.